Okay, assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Clifton Raheem Bradley from out of Chicago. You're looking at the Underground Railroad podcast. I was going to say television show. So, I have a phenomenal guest on somebody that I've talked to. I enjoy his company. He's intelligent. He's a senior citizen. And you know what he's going to tell you? He's going to show you, not add, tell you how to enrich your life. Okay. And with no further ado, he's going to tell you about himself. Thank you, WG, for joining me. We've been
All right.
talking about this for a long time, coming together.
We have.
First of all, everybody, we are in Chicago. We in the United States of America in Chicago. So WG, we've been talking about this for a long time. This is overdue, but you know what? It don't work in our plan. It work in God or Allah's plan. So
Amen.
tell us, brother, how you doing, and tell the audience something about yourself.
Well, first I want to thank you, Clifton, for giving me this opportunity to be here and speak on behalf of my name is William Garrett. They call me WG.
Mhm.
Uh, and my little nickname or my show name is Papa WG, the motivator, inspirator. I love to dance through the percolator. Now, I can't percolate, but I can regulate. And what I meant by that is that I'm a dancer more on the James Brown style, I'm trying to say. And when I dance, because of my age, I'm 74, we'll be 75 on the 13th of November. And people find it to be very amazing. And a lot of people say, man, I can't. And when they say that, they open the door for me to say you can, because
Mhm.
what I'm about is to try to motivate people about how all of us, God's people, His creation, which is I believe we're made in His image. So right there, that tells you how powerful we are.
Mhm.
That we are incredible, biological, and phenomenal. You
Mhm.
know, to know that is to study. Do your own research on that and seek the facts. And then, like Proverbs, Psalmist said in Proverbs, be wise, because
Yes.
wisdom would add days and years of life and peace to you. I can truly say that, man. I have my issues as a human being. This is not a perfect world where I have complications, but my average of my for my age is way below. I'm more equal to a younger man on behalf of that, and that's
Yes.
another chapter. I don't think we have enough time for that. That's
Yeah, we got time. Hey, we not at can television. We got time.
well, I and I said another chapter simply because of, okay, you must exercise, properly and frequently, nourish the body properly and frequently, and one of the most important things.
Wait a minute. Hey, tell us who you are, brother. Tell us who you are. And you know what? And you're involved with Andre K and Mr.
Okay,
Bryant.
well,
Tell us
again,
who you are, brother.
well, okay, I
And
am.
this is for all the senior citizens, all the young people out here, all the grown people. You know what you know, he's going to reinforce what you don't know, you're going to learn. Go ahead. I'm going to be quiet.
No, no, no. Yeah, I need you to, direct me in the way that I should go. But I
Okay.
thought I kind of that's who I am. I'm a motivator, inspirator. I'm a senior citizen. I
Mhm.
am incredible, biological, and phenomenal. But I'm no more than you, or anyone. Whether you confined to a wheelchair or you have your issues of health, we all are human and not perfect. So I'm retired from the city. Praise the Lord, I able to manage to do that. Again,
What did you do for the city?
I was a plumber for the city of Chicago.
Okay. Beautiful.
Mhm. And
Mhm.
I'm retired, and I'm blessed, man. It starts with my health.
Mhm.
More wellness to my life, my health, I should say. Anything else, Mr.
I have
Cliff?
to ask you about these beautiful people that you are involved with, Audrey K
Oh,
and Mr. Kenner. You know what? Because
yeah.
I'm just a promote. I like to promote what other people do. Hey, man, you know what? Because you can't have it all. You're
Oh,
not gonna get all the blessings.
right, right.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I feel like but I'm just joking. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad you said that, man. These two beautiful people, man. Brian worked for the city as well, right?
He
Uh,
retired now.
right, he retired now, but I retired like about 12 years before he did, or 10 years.
Hmm.
And during the time, Brian at that time, he was in safety programs as far as teaching, and then he was in one as far as the medical discharge papers and all that, which I had to go through him. So
Hmm.
that one day, as I was processing my papers with him, I think it was on behalf of my disability, I'm on disability, that
Hmm.
I'm going to say now as the spirits told me that, and I wasn't close with God then at that time. He said, you know what? Why don't you show him? I have a DVD. I had a DVD that me doing my Jane Brown, impersonate. It was Jane Brown impersonator.
Yes.
Now it wasn't about Mr. Senior Citizen. And
Yes.
yeah, dance used to dance on classic soul cruise practically every year, and the New Year's Eve parties and stuff like that. But I gave him my DVD. I said, you know what? Take a look at this DVD, man, and tell me if you like it. It's me, doing an impersonation of Mr. James Brown. He said,
Hmm.
okay. So he was busy. I'm busy. I'm gone. I ain't doing nothing else because I had to get out of there because I'm getting ready to retire, baby. I got to get all my papers clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
so
sir.
that's all forgot about him. I'm done passed out DVDs, before and nothing hit. Or sometimes people say I seen it, I like it, and blah blah. And a lot of them, I guess, didn't see it. They didn't say nothing. So it's okay. But so okay, it was about maybe a few months past. I'm retired, and I get to this phone call, and he had to kind of like bring my memory back to who he
Yeah.
was. I didn't really know him; I just seen him, and
Hmm.
like that. And he was telling me about he showed to Audrey about my performance. So they liked what they saw, and as
Oh, they liked it.
they
Now
like what
you being humble, they loved it.
they well, I tell you what, they asked if I would do or consider doing a play. I said, no, man, I can't remember scripts. I can dance for you, man. He said, yeah, that's good too. You get your He said, but we need you to, to take this other person's character's place that that they need, for this particular character play.
Yeah.
And I said, man, almost like I can't help you on that one. But
Hmm.
then he said, well, they're only going to take about 5 minutes. That's all you need to know, about 5 minutes of words or lines. I
Yeah.
said, I tell you what, then, when is it going to be? I think it was some months way of, in the future. I said, well, you got to give me mine now so I can study, man, because I just don't catch on that fast. I don't learn that quick.
I understand.
So, so
I'm pointing at myself. Go ahead.
I thought you were making fun of me, but I couldn't.
No pointing at me.
But anyway, they did just that, man, and I studied and took it to heart, man, and went on through it. I was dedicated and faithful to it. And man, when we did the play, man, it was like, wow, piece of cake. Like they would tell you that I just knocked the ball out the park with it. So
Yeah, you do.
it was great, man. Then me and my wife, after the play, I thought, okay, well, this is it. We go on our way. You know what I'm saying? But then
Hmm.
me and my wife started talking. We noticed their personality, their
Yes.
characters. They're kind of good people, and I definitely could say good people
Yeah.
that we would like to be among, would like to fellowship with. I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, because you just didn't find good people that you could fellowship. And yet that didn't take away my me being skeptical of trust. A lot of
Hmm.
because I've been burned many times on that part, but at least give it a try because we felt confidence. We sensed the spirit of their spirit of friends and true Christians.
Hmm.
Sure enough, man, we stuck with them, and nothing changed. We saw them they was the same people they were in the beginning. You know how it is. The first impression is the best impression, and then
Yes.
time change it tells everything. The real
Mhm.
character come out of that person. No, they were still the same. Never changed. Got better, as a matter of fact. So, man, we well, today I consider them family, man.
They
You
real.
know, surpass the friends. I kind of like don't want to say that. Still a little skepticism because where I've been and stuff, but they have. Man, it's been what 12 years.
Yeah, they
Well,
real.
10 years. 10 years at the
Mhm.
most.
Mhm. And you know what, WG, as we talk about that, your interest in acting, do you have an agent? Do you seek to develop skills to go further? Like in Hollywood or independent films, or do you have an agent that represents you?
No, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really interested in acting.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I'd rather dance and talk about health, and hopefully I can help somebody if ain't but one body. I
Hmm.
take that very, I have a passion for that. And I
Hmm.
have had, encounters where people have told me, man, I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna work out, I'm this man, I start crying. Because the
Wow.
fact that I felt that this man, he might be fooling me or he fooling himself, really. But he said it, what I'm trying to get them to see, close, have an insight of. He right away said, "Man, I had one brother tell me, he said, man, you work out." He said because he saw me perform
Yeah.
at my age, and I gotta be honest, this is no brag. These are facts.
Hmm.
Anybody who, whenever I perform, come and see me perform or
Hmm.
watch my old videos, man. Still, this day I can still do what I do.
Hmm.
I'm maybe not as good as I was 10 years ago, but I'm
Hmm.
still advanced because what I can do. People would say, man, at your age, 85, or at my age, 85 or 65 or even 55, I'm getting old. They find excuses. That's because of lack of knowledge and don't know. See,
Hmm.
that that's what how they think. So they get these complications and stuff. But thank God that so much out there where you got now YouTube, Google, where they can help you to help yourself. All you got to do is inquire. All you
Yes.
got to do is
Yes.
to acquire it, I should say, that this is what you want, and you can get it. We've been disciplined about it, and you will see a significant change. My
Hmm.
last name Garrett, so I guarantee you that.
Okay. And I'd like to ask you, you know what, behind every successful man, there's a woman.
Yeah.
How has your wife helped to develop and to cultivate you by giving you inspiration? How's your wife helped you
Oh
in
man.
your endeavor?
I'm glad you said that. That's awesome. Also, could be another chapter and take time. But I'm glad you said it because see, Daphne, man, she have motivated me a lot. She's older than I.
Hmm.
Looking at her, and she works out with me too. Now she's slacking, and I'm concerned about that. I want to get back into that groove because uh, it's good. It's more healthier for both of us. And
Hmm.
she but I watch her. I tell her this is how I put it. I said, Daphne, I actually use you to motivate me because she's
Yes.
older than I.
Yes.
She's 81. I'll be 75. And
Yes.
obviously she don't look it, but she doesn't feel it. And she's as sparkly, spark, with pep in her as any young lad. I guess I could say that because the
Hmm.
woman is always on the go. That's what women's do. I guess that keeps them alive. But she also, dances as well, and she acts as well. Uh, we play every day, and I ain't talking to no, being fun about sex, you
Yeah.
know. But we play. I say on the average, then we play every day.
Hmm.
We smile, we laugh. We make that our business. Why? Because we don't know what the next moment might bring.
Yes.
It could be
Yes.
the end. It could be
Hmm.
the end. So what we do, we appreciate the
Hmm.
small things and God's creation, the weather, especially the sun. I love the sun, but even when it's dull and dreary outside, I have to appreciate that because I'm alive to witness to it. Or we.
And you know what? You are the motivator. And I like to ask you, is it possible you can say something to motivate someone that is in front of the television all day? They
Yeah.
don't want to work out.
Yeah.
They don't want to do nothing. Hey, you know what? heaviest thing they pick up is their remote control. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
can you motivate them because
Can of
you're
beer.
the motivator?
Yeah, I'm the motivator only if you listen, and take heed. See what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? I motivate you by watching. Look at my videos. I motivate you by challenge me, ask me questions about things, challenge me to see if I can actually do these things. I might can't do what you can do because you're probably about 10 or 20 years younger than I, and yet you really, well, a lot of them can't do what I do at that
Yes, sir.
age. But it's only because you haven't, gotten to that point. You haven't even considered it. You haven't acquired it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm simply saying, you could be motivated. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I should say that I would like to motivate you on this behalf. There's only one you,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to go through this life by yourself. All of us do, and if
Mm-hmm.
you go through this life blind and saying using this false, well, it's not really false, but it's an excuse to be a failure. It sets you up to say, you know what,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta die from something. The only one thing,
Mm-hmm.
put it in perspective. When you
Mm-hmm.
say I gotta die from something, you're
Mm-hmm.
right. But if you just die from that, that's a gift to you because death is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, look around. Those who die have had a long-term suffering. Now,
Yes.
I said, so I tell the guy, but let's put it in perspective. Wait a minute, you're right about we got to die for something, but usually if you just die, like today, okay, I got cancer, I die today. That
Mm-hmm.
yes, it don't
Mm-hmm.
work that way. Long terms and stuff, and that. So let's put in perspective that man, you got to suffer from something, and then you die. Now
Mm-hmm.
you being right, but if you said that, something got to be wrong with you. You're not
Okay.
using good sense.
WG, you are
Yeah.
such a positive motivator. You're intelligent. I would like to ask you, I want to go all the way back to the beginning. I would like to know about your mother and father.
Okay.
What qualities and good traits did your mother and your father install in you? And tell us something about your mother and father. What's their names?
Okay. My mother, uh, well, her siblings call her sis. Her name is Eula May Garrett,
Mm-hmm.
and last
Mm-hmm.
name is maiden name is Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
My father is George, and obviously the last name is Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want to know their character?
Yeah, I want to know their character, and I'm interested to know what did they do to
Okay.
install these great values in you, because a lot of children these days are not being raised properly, and perhaps this can help a young parent.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. My mother, well, she was a hard working woman, worked too hard, temperamental too. That's all bills equal to stress, which
Mm-hmm.
took her out at age 48. Okay. What I learned from my mom on that part, I know she meant good. She had 5 kids plus one. That's my father that she supported because he'll work on it when he want to, and once he get received first check or second check, he quits his job with 5 kids and a wife. But I think I understand a little bit. He did during that time before he married my mom. He was in the army, so therefore during World War II, so he served, and obviously that he probably was exposed to that. What's that PSTD or whatever they call it?
Mm-hmm.
PT at PTDS. I don't know the name of
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I'm saying? We saw wartime, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's that could be a part contributor. Then I did learn from some of the siblings that he was that pretty baby boy,
Yes.
that he had. He came from a large family like my mom, 13, and
What
the
city?
and the girl, and he yes, he was a handsome man, but that's just like the Temptation said, what beauty on skin deep. Yeah, well, that's true. It's
Mm-hmm.
true, because I would rather for my father be an ugly man with a handsome character, personality. You saying
Mm-hmm.
so that we could be more, like, more. I won't say prosperous. We made it. We did. I don't know how my mother did it. I swear.
Yes.
Now, this woman worked where she had no education, therefore a job with minimum wage and $10 a day. I never forget working for
You
Jewel.
come from the South.
No, not, but yeah, they did, but not me. I was born here in Chicago.
Okay.
All of
What part? Did they come from Mississippi or
no,
Tennessee?
Birmingham. No. Eufaula, Alabama on my mom's side, Morristown, Tennessee on my father's side.
Tennessee.
And,
Yes.
and so, but what I did learn from my father is now he was a good housemaid. He would make sure he keep the rules going where during school day we had to be in the
Mhm.
house, we had to be in bed at 9, and he gets up early, he shine our
Mhm.
shoes, dress us up. We was 4 boys and 1 girl. And
Mhm.
he did those things, but when he started drinking, then all hell break loose. We
Yes,
do
sir.
what we want to do because my mom was working late hours when she come in, and I never would forget this time where my mother. I tell the story a lot, which these are the values I learned from my mom, and then I'm gonna take
Okay.
what I learned from my father. Is that I remember we used to try to stay up to watch, wait till mom come home.
Yes.
This one particular time was very late, and we couldn't, we had to go to bed anyway to get to go to school. That baby was. So, but I got up anyway around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll never forget it. My mother was at the breakfast table, and she had a cup of coffee. She was nodding
Yes.
her hair, dipping in the coffee, a
Hmm.
cup of coffee, and we said, "Mom, come on, go to bed." She said, "No, I have to go to work." Man, do you know? I'll never forget that. And when my mother passed, uh, I, me and my sister said we vowed that we're not going to work 2 jobs, and we're
Yes.
not going to work too hard. Now, our work, I believe in hard work because hard work hurts nobody, but put that too hard, yes, it will hurt you because now you're breaking the body down. You're cheating yourself, your body being unfair to the body. So,
Yes.
with that attitude, I didn't work, and I was a dishwasher. She worked factory worker, so we're making minimum wage. But I just believed I could do better, and
Your
I
mother installed that. I got you. I'm looking. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, I learned that from her, man. What I learned from my father is that I don't want to be like him. See
Yes.
what I'm saying? I
Yes.
don't want to be a unfit father, or father a child and not take care of he or she. you
Hmm.
know so I learned that value, but let me tell you the key to that made me more successful. There was a
Hmm.
man, a very special man. i have to
Hmm.
i have to introduce him that way, who so happened to be the brother to my mother. you
Hmm.
know that's my uncle. He was my dad because I learned all values
I'm
from
gonna
him.
keep you talking because I gotta plug my computer. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he was my dad because he had the dad figures, and I learned a lot of values from him. And he he was the backbone to the family. He was the backbone to his siblings. To be honest with you, he was very fair and just man. Very fair. That's a fact. Not an over exaggeration. He was the one of the greatest uncle. Addressed by many. As far as that knew him, and I learned a lot of values. He first taught me. He was an interior and exterior decorator, so he
Mhm.
asked me if I wanted to work during the summer vacation, and like I say, he partially raised me, him and his wife, which is my aunt, and
Mhm.
I said yes, and so my uncle, he employed all of us, me and my siblings, and also other relatives, and even in a sense some strangers, and it would pay them, whatever they agreed upon to, in the contract.
Mhm.
So plus he sponsored all our clothes, and he fed us the lunch and all that kind of stuff during the breaks and all that. He was a great man, and I learned he noticed something about me. I think this was just part of my character anyway. I do have some on the lower side as they call stingy and tight, save
Mhm.
money, and I had that in me, I guess, in my DNA. And he noticed I had saved some money, me and my brother, and he took us downtown to Illinois. It's called what was it called now? It was called First Bell Savings, I believe. That big bell is still downtown. I don't know if that's Clark or Monroe Street.
Mm-hmm.
Weather Bell sits outside. It's not a bank no more, but that was the first bank back in. We're talking the '60s now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Excuse me. I must ask you. You said your
mhm.
mother and father. I mean, they were great people. They installed things in you. How did that? How is this translated to your grandkids? You being a motivator, you being an innovator, and to your grandkids and your great grandkids.
Well, they're proud of me because of what I can do, what I've been doing. And as kids, I've always tried to teach my daughters is to pay themselves first to save their money. I've
What's their names, if you want to say it? What's
Oh,
their name?
and Antoinette Garrett, she's now Sanders, and Tracy Garrett, she's now a Lewis, not obviously not Kim, but the same name of her grandmother's maiden name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they could tell you that I always try to instill in them, positive thing because I wanted them to go a step farther than me in finance. And now, though, I'm more educated about health, so this is the 3 points that I want to suggest to anybody out there. And listen to me. And if you take my advice, my last name Garrett, so I guarantee this,
Mm-hmm.
may put God first, acknowledge him. He
Yes.
want to be knowledge. He'll
Yes.
love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. This is my new motivation speech starting
Mm-hmm.
off. Him first, then love your neighbors as you love yourself. Don't be
Mm-hmm.
selfish. Don't be selfish, but know the difference when you give. You don't always have to give from the pocket. You can give words of wisdom, which is greater than wealth.
Yes.
Greater than wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, with those 3 keys or 3 points, last name Garrett, I guarantee you, even though you're gonna be challenged with life, you might be on your back, but you'll be able to look up and get up and still move forward. You refuse to stay down. You refuse to believe that the end is here, and yet you still living to witness to it. No, I've been down and I've been up. I've been down again. The Bible says a righteous man may fall 7 times, but he'll get up. That's the truth. When a fool or is made to stumble in his calamity, he only falls 1 time, and it's all over with. So all
Mm-hmm.
those fools out there that's doing harm and plotting to harm your neighbor, to hurt someone, to steal, kill. You're only fooling yourself. Your life is
Mm-hmm.
very short for you. And in the end, it ain't gonna be like, well, death, because death is easy. No, it's gonna be some more suffering consequences, something that you're gonna dread.
And
You
you
know,
know what? In
what?
WG, I must ask you something. I'm
Yeah,
listening to you. You are a senior citizen.
yeah,
Beautiful what you said about your grandkids and your daughters. I'd like to ask you something. In,
yes,
in nursing homes, there are good nursing homes and bad nursing homes.
yes,
And there is abuse that is going on in some nursing homes where they
yes,
take care of the elderly. And what happened is these older people are scared to say anything to anybody about it because they feel that they're powerless, that they can't do anything because there are some people that work in nursing homes are abusive. Okay.
yes.
And would you have a message to them? They're scared. Some of them are scared to speak out.
You
You
know,
know.
for those who are scared, but I think it's more of they really don't know. For those that might have dementia, okay.
Hmm.
And then others that do know, you might be you're probably right about that. But why be scared? They taking everything you got. I mean, what can you lose? It need to be reported. So therefore, these people would either do their job or they leave the job unless someone else is going to do the job diligently, faithfully. You got to first put your heart into these things and love doing this, love helping people like nurses and doctors. Yeah, you're not being paid enough money, but then if you feel that way, then why take the job? Don't do it just for a paycheck. Do it for the what for the caring and concern of others. Because if you live long enough and you're not careful, you're gonna end up in the nursing home. And guess what? What goes around come around. You will reap what you sow. Oh, it's a fact. It's a fact. It happens every day. I didn't experience it already. You might have experienced. I ain't talking about so much in the nursing home. I'm talking about it in the aspect. They could be some not done, and forgot about it because I got away with it and thought I was, it's gone away, and I didn't change. Now I'm now done seeing Jesus. I'm
Yes.
good, everything good. But then some drastically what happened.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
There's
like,
just people that come to me privately and say they in nursing homes they don't want to say nothing because they feel that the treatment would be better,
oh
and the staff sleeps at night
yeah,
and they're
but
scared. They ring on the bell to get
yeah.
assistance, and they waiting there all night in a
Well,
diaper.
you know what? Hopefully that there's someone, and a lot of them don't have family, but hopefully they got family that they can report this to. They do have rights where they can report it, but then I don't know if it's they're connected with the supervisor with the employee. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And yes, and they might be scared because, like you said, they might make it harm for them, but uh, they're making it worse for you anyway. It's going to even get worse because that person is going to go too far. Do
Mhm.
something. Do
Mhm.
some. Talk to someone.
Yeah.
Someone that you could that hopefully pray on it first of all. Pray on it that God will send someone that would listen to you, someone that would investigate and find out themselves the person not doing the job they're supposed to be doing, and then deal with that situation.
Okay.
Now, that's my advice. I really don't know much to say about that. I'm pretty sure others can, especially the special professionals, the lawyers, and perhaps Brian and Audrey. My thing with me, if it had to be, I know that this is happening to someone that anyone. If I knew about it, I'm going to report it. I'm going to report it because it's not right. And if that person, if that was that person's mother, they would feel, or father, you know, they would feel the same way. And again, they're not thinking that you're not gonna get away scot free. You right now getting away is good, but when it comes down, you're gonna regret and wish that you could start your life over again, but you can't because it'd be too late.
Let me ask you something. You are the motivational speaker. You're the doer. You're the dancer. You're the actor. Do you have anything specifically you would like to say to motivate people that may not be motivated?
Yeah.
Just talk to them.
Okay. Actually, no. Action is louder than words. So if you had a if I don't forgive me, but I don't know where to tell you to go to YouTube. I'm hoping, uh, Clifton, that you have a clip on that of what I do, and you see for yourself. Then, if you care enough about yourself, you'll be motivated. And then, if you care enough about yourself, that motivation will turn into an inspiration, because motivation only lasts for a moment, but inspiration will last for a lifetime.
I have to ask you. I'm going to ask you two more questions. Tell us about that great education.
Oh,
Tell us.
okay,
Tell us.
okay, it's beautiful. Audrey K, it's always something to learn when we go there. We always enjoy the guests that they have. Audrey, she's an I don't know how to describe her as being a great host.
Mm-hmm.
An educated person, very positive, beautiful, inside and out,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be anybody that would watch the Audrey K show, like Bill Cosby used to say way back then when he had a show on one of those shows, kids shows. He said, "If you're not careful, you'll learn something."
How do
And
they watch the Audrey Case show? Is it on can television? Is it on YouTube,
oh,
Facebook? How do
it
they watch the Audrey Case show?
it comes on the Can TV,
Okay.
Channel 19, and as a matter of fact, we got a play at. I think you was there. They running it. Every Saturday, called the dance. Part one
Mm-hmm.
and part two at
Mm-hmm.
10:30 a.m. Chicago local time, Channel 19. They tell me for those who don't live in the city, limits, could they could stream it,
Yes.
or they could find, be able to see the show. So with that, saying, I challenge you to take a look to watch it, and if you do, you will learn something. Pay attention to what we're the words, the meanings, the actions. You will be entertained. There's no doubt there. But the important thing is the message.
Yes. Now,
So,
you know what, WG, I have been asking you questions for almost a half an hour. You
okay.
know what? Perhaps there is a message that you want to give to the audience that I did not ask, and there's a specific message that you would like to give to motivate people. And I'm
I
going to get
want I want you to show that script. Show that that one on YouTube, or give the link or something, and it'll speak for itself. That's how I talk through my dancing. That's why I call myself the motivator, inspirator. I only talk after the fact, after you've seen it, after you impressed, after you're motivated. Now I got your divine attention. The doors is open. Just talking is like, well, I heard that before, and he don't talk that good anyway. So it ain't he's like talking loud and ain't saying nothing.
what
But
are you talking about? You talk great. What are you talking about?
I don't know. They might say that too. It might sound like music, but I'm not singing here. I want to show you. I want to show you what the incredible, biological, and phenomenal body can do. And let me share this with you. I want everybody to challenge, take me up on this. There's a cell. It's called a mitochondrion cell. The nickname is called the powerhouse of the cell. And guess what? The reason why I love my mom so much, not only that she gave me life or birth, but she gave me this cell, this mitochondrial cell. It only comes from the female DNA, not the male's DNA. I'll say it again. It only comes from the female DNA and not the male DNA. Now,
Mhm.
what's that doing? And that cell, now hear me out, but do your own research, because when you do your own research, you
Yeah.
gain better insight on it. That they found this cell, and first of all, it's an exercise, but it's high intensity cardio.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like you remember in school, they used to do sprints. And they still do sprints. These young people don't run real fast. Well, that's a function of the mitochondrial cell. Okay, now they did a study. This gentleman's named Robert Mitchum, I believe. He's on YouTube. 101 years old. He set a record on the distance and fast, cyclists. At 101, come on, he always passed what people would say. Man, you're lucky if you make 100 and have a sound mind. This man only had more than the sound mind. He had a body that was equivalent to a much younger age. And then at 107, you ready for this? This
Mhm.
man increased, not decreased, increased, not decreased, increased his paddle power by 40%. 40%, 107.
Mhm.
Oh no,
Wow.
no, you didn't hear me. It might be like vapor right now.
Stronger than me, huh?
Think about that. Whoa, 100. Say, wait a minute, 101. He
Mhm.
set a record. Well, I didn't know if he could. I didn't think he would be able to even ride a bike.
Yes.
Nevertheless, to be able to get up on one. Well, this
Mhm.
brother man set a record of 101 on this. Look at him on YouTube. It's got all the history right there. But at
Okay.
107, he increased his paddle power. So they did a study. Scientists did a study on this, and wonder what made this man, who's a ordinary biological human being, able to do what he do. Now it's not. I know a lot of they say only about a third has they call long-term gene where they do live 100 and all that. But they found the study on people that was handicapped with canes. Now listen to you, everybody out there that's walking with canes and stuff like that. Get with your therapist. They do help you, and take that to heart. But get involved. Learn how. It's a program on this on high intensity workout, which is I call it tap into the mitochondria, or the function of the mitochondria cell. And this cell have caused it caused you to increase, to have a stronger heart. It regulates your your insulin, it burns fat, it builds muscles, it does a lot of things. And I know because this is what I do. Now, I didn't know at age 55 and 60, that's what I was doing all along. I was using another type of method though, called the
Mm-hmm.
target range, where you stay within a heart range at for a period of 20 minutes. And the formula to that was 220 minus your age, and then you calculate that as the low range, maybe around 30%, and the high range, maybe about 60 or 65%. And once you build up to that, you stay and you build your heartbeat stays within that range. Now, you ain't constantly just running, high speed for that minute up for 20 minutes. That's a long time, but you're keeping your heart rate there by, pushing it to at that speed or at that pace where the heart rate stays at that. And once
Yes.
you get to that and you be able to hold it for the 20 minutes, you are in shape. You got a strong heart. You got a strong lungs. I know this because I've done it. And that's how was able to dance some back to back. And I'm in my late 50s, doing it. You know what I'm saying? Doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And but then later on, I learned that there was the mitochondrial cell. And I still use it today. I use a bike. Oh, I have a stenosis at my spine. So therefore, I can't
Yes.
run, straight up on, outside like others can or sprint, but I can do my sprints on the bike. And so is my wife, and that still keeps me, and I stay in my target range most time, my heart rate, that it keeps my heart strong, my lungs strong. And guess what? Now I have high blood pressure. Of course, it's been real good lately because of the things I'm doing. But even with high blood pressure, nothing really like life threatening or nothing like that. My heart rate
Mm-hmm.
always below 60. Now,
Okay.
60 is the average. When you and let me make that clear. When I say below 60, meaning when at a resting stage. Obviously, if I'm moving, you're gonna raise your heart rate. But
Mm-hmm.
when you sit down, when you relax, then your heart rates come down. When it comes down below 60, it indicates physical
Yeah.
fit, strong heart. Oh, you know about that there. Strong
I'm,
heart.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Strong heart and
Yeah, I'm writing. I'm learning. I'm
yeah,
listening.
yeah, yeah. Check your heart rate when you
Yes.
get off it. Make sure that your blood pressure is up. But if your heart rate is at 60, 65, I guess, and 70, I guess that's the norm. They
Mm-hmm.
said 67 is normal. That's all right. But to
Mm-hmm.
be in physical fitness, your heart rate gonna be lower than that.
Okay.
At a
Okay.
resting stage, it's gonna be lower. Right now, my heart rates, I've taken them recently, is around 48, 49, and sometimes 50 or 51.
Mm-hmm.
Very seldom that I think only once or twice so far did it hit 60. They might have been I maybe got a little excited or maybe danced a little bit before I took my heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart rate is really, and I have heard nurses to say, those who know about it, he said, "You work out, don't you?" I say, "Yeah, I do." "How did you know?" He said, "Because of your heart rate. It's low." That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And let me make this perfectly clear for those who saying, "Yeah, but you can walk out there and get hit by the car today." Let me share this with you. I don't worry about tomorrow. See, God holds that as a secret in his hand. He holds the future. He
Mm-hmm.
knows how and when I'm going to leave from here. What I function on is I'm sorry, focus on is wellness.
Yeah.
Wellness.
You.
Keep that in mind. But they missed the point.
Mm-hmm.
They'll find every excuse to do what they do and think they're right.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Paul said, my brother, don't be ignorant. Let
Mm-hmm.
me enlighten you.
Mm-hmm.
Know the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And you know what, WG?
yeah.
You know what? I wasn't gonna ask you this, but you know what? Sometimes when you're interviewing, you think of a question. What would you say is your legacy, and how would you like to be remembered?
Oh, that's easy. The motivator, inspirator, love to dance, do the percolator. He couldn't percolate, but he can regulate. And he he also, dances more like on the James Brown style. And he loved Mr. Brown for his educated feet. And he tried to dance with educated feet that taught him to how to dance. He's able to dance. I just want to be remembered as the type of person who love others as he loved himself, and that he was a good dancer. And yes, the things he did, I probably can't do, but then again, I can if I discipline myself.
Mhm.
You know, go
Would
ahead.
you have a message for this? If it's in cyberspace, it's forever. Would you have a message for your future generation after you're gone? A specific message that you would like to put out for
Yeah.
people in your generation, in
Yeah.
in your family, to see this later on in
Yeah,
cyberspace? Would you
the
have a
next,
message for them?
yeah, this young generation and the next.
I'm
Uh,
talking about your next. I'm talking about your kids and your
oh,
grandkids in the
okay,
future.
okay,
They
yeah,
may see this. Would you have a? They may see
yeah,
this 50 years from now. Would
yeah,
you have a
yeah,
message for them?
yeah. My message is that follow my lead, do what I do, and then you don't have to say that I want to be like you, but you can say I'm gonna be like my great grand, great grand, great grand, great with a great and a great grand like him. But also, I'm gonna be better. That's my message to my my generation, next generation.
That's heavy. And you know what? We're going to lead off of that. But I would also like to know: Do you dance and do you act for other people? And if you do dance and act for other people or organizations, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, I gotta be honest. I don't do much of that now because if I do, I must charge, and that's a problem for me of charging. I don't know how to charge. I want to be fair, but then I want to be fair to myself because every time I dance is always a risk. Because that's with anybody. It's a pleasure and honor though, and then it depends on the situation. So
Yes.
you can email me, Garrett, Garrett William William 35 at yahoo.com.
Mhm.
And all lower capitals. And then you can kind of reach out and then I'll see if I can find. I know I got some videos. Forgive me, I don't have this Facebook and all the other things set up like I should. But
Not yet. I got you. Not yet.
yeah, but I got some on YouTube. Do you have a script?
You know what?
Did you?
Those links are going to be in the description. But I was just trying to get you to make them
Oh,
aware that
all right.
they can get in contact with you.
Yeah, but that's how you can get in contact with me is and then the script, and that script it have the YouTube link,
Mhm.
and then you can also please put a message in there. Let me know that you watched the video, you like it, and all that. I have others where I did as far as my birthday, my 70th birthday, and I got one coming up that I'm gonna do when I reach 75, and I still believe I will be alive, and so therefore I want to do one that you're gonna really like it. Short.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to make it make TikTok, hit TikTok and see what it'll do.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, with YouTube and others. So yeah, kind of be looking out for that November 13th or around that time or
What year?
no
What year?
next month. November ain't came yet.
2023. Okay.
Okay, I'll say it. Yes,
Yeah.
2023.
Okay. And for the people, his future generation that is looking at this is your grandfather talking in year 2023. He
Amen.
was in Chicago
Yes.
in the United States of America for his future generation. So I just want to put that out there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well said. Well
Okay.
said.
So WG, you know what? I had to wind down, but will you come back to the Underground Railroad podcast?
It would be an honor.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, I share something. WG, I enjoy talking to him in the parking lot of Can Television. And we
Okay.
talk, but we've been meaning to do this for a long time. But it was on my time, but this was done on God's time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I enjoy it. And what else I enjoy about him, we don't always agree. And you know what, but it stimulates conversation.
Yeah.
I never liked the yes man. Never liked the yes man. I never did.
Okay.
WG, your grandfather would be your grandfather, your WG, people that lead us in the future. He never was a yes man.
Yeah, I have lost work jobs on that behalf. You're right.
Yeah, but I respect you, brother, and you know what? I thank you for accepting the invitation to come on the Underground Railroad podcast. We do a television show. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30. Especially, I want to thank you and your wife,
All right. All
too,
right.
with all due respect,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
for accepting the invitation to come on the Underground Railroad podcast. Thank you, my brother.
And thank you, my brother, for allowing me and giving me this opportunity.
Okay, let me say assalamu alaikum to everybody. And whether you are in the United States, you in Central America, you in Asia, you in Africa, you in the UK, you're in Alaska, Australia, thank you. And share this broadcast. And especially his future generation. Share.
Amen. Amen. Hey,
Uh,
can I say something? Do we have any time?
Go ahead, brother.
Briefly, the next time you have me to come on, I want to talk about, if you see this calendar back here, those are marked of earnings and stuff of stocks and stocks earnings and stuff, and that's about invest being a trader and options and stuff. So I would like to only just briefly speak on that to see if some young ears out there would take heed of that and do research and stuff. And that's a whole nother chapter for next time, but you'll find it's very beneficial.
That's no problem. It's no problem, my friend. No problem. Okay. Always enjoy talking to you, brother.
Thank,
Always. We
thank,
don't agree on something, but I enjoy talking to you. Like I said,
mhm.
I think one of the reasons I gravitate towards you because I never liked the yes man. I never liked the yes man because you know what? I cannot really learn nothing from a yes man that
That's right.
agrees with everything. I can't.
You're not by yourself. I can't see how anybody can from a yes man. That's too much sucking up.
Yeah, you know, I know I ain't right all the time. I like to
Yeah,
believe it though.
yeah, man. I know what you mean. There's a whole lot of that, man. Especially in the jobs. Oh,
Yes.
yes, man. Yeah, to
Oh
everything.
yeah, I forgot to ask you something.
Yes,
Where's your church located at?
it
Where's your
would.
church?
It would be actually. Don't have a church. I with Audrey K. Christ Alive Worldwide Ministry. We call it the Church with No Walls,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tune in on the. Let's see now. It's into the light site.com. You can go there to get the information where we have like Bible study, which would be tomorrow night
Mm-hmm.
on Zoom at
Mm-hmm.
6 to 8:30.
Is it a
And
telephone number they can call?
oh boy.
You know,
You,
man, I can't help it. I love to interview people.
I was saying, wait a minute. You know what? Let's see. Let me see quickly. I know that we're running behind. I don't want to.
Yeah. WG, I love to interview people, brother.
Oh, well, that's great. That's real great. I'm pretty sure it'll be an honor for Audrey and Brian to come on.
Oh, I'm just waiting on them. I extended the invitation to them a long time. He said they get around to it, but I extended the invitation, man.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime they want to come on and talk about
Mm-hmm,
anything,
mm-hmm.
they real. I like them, brother.
Well, I'm gonna tell Audrey I came on and it was very interesting, and I would definitely like to see her, or maybe all three of us, or
Yeah,
all of us, Christ Alive, was able to come on if that's okay with you.
yeah,
That would be an honor.
absolutely. Share
Okay,
that video link with us. Share it.
okay. Well, can I say to those to give you a moment to get a pencil and
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
for the
Go
phone
ahead.
number? That
I can run my mouth. So
no,
you're looking.
I have to give it to you as it's into the night. Let's see. Let's see. I think I've given the wrong one. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't have it right. It's
Okay, okay, but
I boy.
the, the like I say, the people that are watching, you know what? I would ask you humbly to share this broadcast
Okay.
uh, on your social media platform, no matter what, because he said things that were profound. He went back to childhood. He went to his mother and father, his grandkids,
Mhm.
and his daughters, and to his great generations that he had never seen.
Right. Right.
Share this. Share this, okay? And he told us about his legacy,
Yes.
okay, and how he would like to be remembered.
Right
I
on.
appreciate that, my
Oh,
brother.
that's thank you, man, because
Uh-huh.
yeah, my family do need to know about that, so they'll be able to, do the when I meet my day,
Yeah.
they'll have
Yeah.
a lot to say, and
Mhm.
hopefully they'll be well blessed to wipe their eyes with dollar bills.
Yes. As long as they got God, that's the main thing,
That
brother.
is the main thing.
That's
Yeah,
the
you're right
main
about
thing.
that.
All right, brother. So I thank you again. I thank you for
Uh-huh.
gracing the Underground Railroad podcast with your presence. You
Okay.
appreciate it. You a powerful brother. You a motivator. And me, ain't nothing. I give it right back to God, this brother. Whatever I have, it can be taken away in seconds.
Yes, that goes for all of it. But God gave us a great gift.
Yes.
He wants you to prosper.
Yes.
If you know your Bible, you'll find the word money mentioned more times than the name of Jesus Christ, more
Hmm.
than the word love, and I believe the word of baptism, according to Moody Institute, is mentioned a lot. So therefore, that meant that God wants us to be prosperous. He wants us to be healthy. Look,
Yes.
we're part of His image, so He wants us to be wellness and
Yes.
prosperity and love and everything. But to remember to share. There's always going to be somebody that is less fortunate, going to be of need, and you help that person from the pocket and also from the words of wisdom, where they can help themselves.
I love to share because you know what? If you hold your hand like this,
Yeah.
can't nothing come in. And then when you sincere in
Yes.
the creator, damn what the people see. You know, when you sincere and the creator knows in your heart you sincere, brother, you get that back and way more. So,
Amen.
you
Amen.
know, I know that for
Me
a
too. Me
fact.
too. Me too. I know what you're saying.
Well, I don't brag on nothing that I got, brother.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Because I only got it by the permission of the creator. Let me quit. We got it.
Amen.
All right, brother. I got to sign on off because it's time for me to go up and make muscle lots.
Oh,
I got to do that. Pray.
okay. Okay.
I can't put the podcast before praying. I can't do
Right.
that.
Right. 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 Right.
All
Okay.
right, brother. Assalamu alaikum to my audience. And hey, check him out and check out the
Mhm.
Audrey K Show.
Amen.
Information about WG and
Mhm.
what he does will be in the description below when you
Okay.
write the words. Thank you, brother.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
All right, then. Take
All
care.
right. Later.